Hi, in this video we will talk about association rules in XLMINER. We will take an example. You can take the example from this link, okay, or this web address. You hit here, you download the file. It is a huge file. We open the file. Okay, and we see here we have 1361 transactions or records, and we have 255 columns. Okay, actually this file is huge for XLMINER, the version we have, but anyway, I will let you know. I will show you if you go to data mining. And we go to association rules. Just if you try to run this file, okay, take everything like as default, okay, you will keep waiting forever without getting a result, okay? And this is because of the limitation in this version. So once you close this, you will get error message that the distinct items have to be less or equal to 100. Okay, so you hit OK. We know that we need to really have just 100. So I will just select the 4 100 items, okay, to run the association rules. Again, this is because of the limitation in XLMINER, the version we have for XLMINER. Okay, so let's take, this is 100 up to here, so I will delete the rest. Okay, I make sure that I just have 100. Now we are okay and we are good to run the association rules. Just here the data is recorded in binary coding here, numbers, and what it means that if you take this transaction, so the customer purchased a hair conditioner, also in the same basket purchased lemons, and on the same basket for that transaction purchased this as well and this. So this is really, if it is 0, then the customer in this transaction didn't purchase these items but purchased this, okay, this and this, etc. So now we need to run the association rules in XLMINER. We go to data mining, association rules, and here you see you get the data. Before you select here any option, you see this data range is not updated because we deleted some data. So what you need to do, because you have just one option and this is a gray out, so here you hit and you can tell by knowing this, you see 255 columns, but we just have 100 now. So this is why we try to select everything. Okay, so we can run and select all the data. So this is all the data, and you see now we have the same number of rows, 1361. Number of columns is 100. We make sure that this is the first one is selected, and then because we have the data in binary a number, so we select this. Now for this one, what it means here, I mean for minimum support, number of transactions. So when we get the rules, if like to select the rules here, I mean the minimum is 136 times the transaction was repeated. So for example, if it is hair conditioner and lemons, if we have 100 136 minimum, like repeated, like 136 transactions, okay, were purchased, where hair conditioner and lemons were purchased together, then we will see that. Now this is really high, and again this was the standard because 250 columns or more than 250, and also number of lines. So we will start with, I did this example before, so I will start with 30, okay, because I will show you if you start with 100, okay, just when you run it you will get no transactions. So what that means, or you will get no rules. What that means, that we don't have any combination for products or items where they were repeated like at least 100 times. Okay, so then you know that, hey, I don't have that rule. And you keep trying, you say, okay, how about, let's say, 65, okay? So if an item or like a pair of items were purchased like more than 60 times, then let me see that rule. So let's see here. And you say that we don't have any rules. So no item purchased like more than 60 times as a pair item here. So really, this is where we start changing this to get some data, okay? So I would say, let's try 30. And minimum confidence, we will talk about this as well, but let's say 30 here. Now we see the data, so we have 1361 transactions. These are from the point of sales for one supermarket, and number of items, which means products, columns here, is 100, and we the 3 rules. So let's take the simple example here for these 3 rules. So the first one, you see that like antecedent support 70. So what that means, that for this rule, the first one, okay, the item was repeated 70 times, and this is the item. So waffles, okay, was purchased 70 times. So if we go here and we look waffle, let's look waffle here. Okay, so this is waffle, and let's filter on just the one purchased, and let's see how many columns. So here we have 71, including the header. Excluding the header is 70. Okay, so we see that, yeah, we have this item was purchased 70 times. Now this item was purchased with potato chips. Now potato chips, okay, was purchased 133 times. So if we go here and we see, again, we see here, so again, this is filtered. I will unfilter this and I will have it here in blue just to see. And now we are looking for the potato. I don't see it here. This is the potato chips. I will have it in blue as well. I will select here. So we see that we have 133. So this is what we get, 133 items. Okay, but the combination of both, like where customers or transactions were really waffle and potato chips, we just have 136. How to know this? We take the intersection of this, I mean manually. You see, let us here see where the waffle is. So this is the waffle. So let's hide this just to show you. Let's see here. Okay, so we need to hide this. Okay, just to show the data. So now if a customer purchased waffle and potato chips, or potato chips and waffle, so really, so this is selected. Now we select this. and we count this and we have 36, okay, which means that this is 1 and this is 1. So the customer purchased this item and this item, and this is where you see the support for both, okay, again. So this is the same for everything. So what that tells you, that the transactions, the baskets were really waffle and potato chips were purchased together were really like 36, okay, based on the data we have. Now, if you take other items, we will not talk about all other items. It is the same concept. So flavored fruit bars and potato chips were 31, and the other like this 35. So this is, now we have 3 rules because we said we need at least 30, you see. So here anything 30 and above, we will be able to see it here. So that is, we will rerun this on a bigger example, or a lower actually support number, to get more details. Before we run the bigger rules, let's talk about the confidence here. You see this is 51.4, 58.9. So how we got this number? So actually, if you take the formula in the textbook, you take total number of support, which means that antecedent with the consequent, we have 36, divided by the records of the antecedent of the 70. So if you divide it, you get the confidence, which is this number, okay? So that is for the confidence, and we normally arrange descending with the higher one. Now for the lift ratio, actually it tells you like how efficient and how you can get like better results with the data comparing to the standard data, or standard average, like what we call random maybe selection, okay? So that is the lift ratio. And what we say that for this item repeated 31, the confidence 58, it is more than 50, so we are, this is higher than the limit. And then we have the lift ratio of 5.98. Okay, now let us run the same association rules. So now we know the concepts, we know the numbers, and we will run it again with the data mining association rules. And we go here with the same data, but let us here lower this. It was 30 the last time, let's have it as 20. So we need really 20 support. And okay, so this is what we get the data, and you see the support here, everything is at least 20. So it starts with the 20. We see the confidence, we see the lift ratio. If we order this by descending order, so we see the highest lift ratio, and these are the products. So the first one really, it tells you it is more than 1. So there is quite relation here, like for customers or transactions where a vegetable soup is purchased, also orange juice is purchased, okay? So we have 22 transactions, okay, for these both items were purchased in the data set we have of the 1361 transactions, okay? So that is really, you can now think as a supermarket how you can have these 2 products maybe next to each others, maybe how to do your inventory management, your layout for the store. The same for other products. You see that really the combination of the items. Sometimes you see here you have hair conditioner, you have potato chips and onions. So it is really, maybe you have some restrictions for here, like the hair care products and also some other like food products. So maybe you are not able to store next to each others. That is a different story, but at least you know that these are almost going with each other. Like every time, based on the data we have more than 22 transactions, okay, for items sold together. I mean, these items. So that is the concept and about the association rules using this huge data, and you can run the same scenario and get the same results. Thank you.